Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I am joined by with Lucas, all the way from Texas, and we are going to talk about West Ham 2, Everton 1. Lucas, take it away, mate. How are you doing in that sunshine?
I'm good. It's not too hot. I mean, the temperature says otherwise, but it's really nice here. I helped a friend move all the way from Maryland to Texas about what's today? Sunday. We
Mm.
started our trip last Sunday and we drove 24 hours in 2 days. It was absolutely brutal, but we're all moved in, enjoying the beautiful state of Texas. Hopefully get a tan before I get back to the cold side of the East Coast.
See, that's what Lucas does. He helps his brothers and his sisters out all over the US of A. Before we get started, Mitchell should be along shortly. Hopefully, he hasn't fallen asleep. So let's get into it. Let's start off at the beginning, and let's start off with this man, Lucas Fabianski. I'll go first in this one. That punch for their goal isn't good enough, in my opinion. It really, really isn't. I think if that's Ariola, I think he actually comes out and gathers that. Uh, what did he really have to do today? I don't really remember him having to make any sort of amazing saves, but the punch is just schoolboy error. What do you think, Lucas, before it's a rating?
Yeah, he wasn't really tested today. Really didn't have to do much. Our defense was pretty solid, so not a lot of work for him. The punch was pretty poor, but uh, it's hard to put the blame on either Fabianski or, to be honest, I thought Bowen was ball watching
Mm,
on that deflection. I thought he could have closed out or at least attempted to close out from behind, but all in all, the punch was stupid weak. It's got to be better. And I do think if Ariel was in goal, he jumps over. I think it was a Godfrey who was in front of him. I think he jumps over him and collects it.
mm. I just feel it was poor. I just think like you just got you can see the ball coming, and he hasn't just punched it. He's punched it so badly, it's coming back. He's put spin on the ball, if anything. Like
Yeah.
he's mistimed the punch. He's mistimed everything. I see Fresh Fielder in there saying 7. I can't give him a 7. Not after that. I'm sorry, because that
Mhm.
seven's a good performance. Yeah, his kicking was okay, but that goal is his fault, in my opinion. I do look at the goal as his fault, like because if he just comes out and punches it either side, it's not a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Did he have to make any saves today? Really? Uh, well, Richarlison went round him, and if it wasn't for Fredericks, that would have been a goal. I'm gonna give him a 6. I'll go 6 for him. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I can't. I think that'd be a little insane to give him a 7, even though the goal was a cheeky deflection off Fornals. He didn't do enough for a 7. I think he, in my opinion, 6 is average. I think he
Mm,
was about that today. So six is fair.
mm. I agree. I agree. Moving on to this man, who I've got to admit is the best performance I've seen him in a West Ham shirt today. Well, I thought he was good today. I've had people saying on Twitter that they didn't think he was that good. I don't understand what they're saying. Uh, Richarlison goes round Fabianski. He beats him for speed, gets in front of him, and gets the ball away. Calvin Lewin, same thing again. I think it was, or I think it was Gray or someone else. There was someone else in there where they got round. There was through on goal, and Fredericks just put on the afterburners, come round and just nicked the ball away. Obviously, he's at fault for the Richarlison chance where Richarlison should score it. He's gone with the outside of his foot. I thought it was going in the top corner. Luckily, it went over the bar. But I thought Fredericks had a good game today. What do you think, Lucas? I think he had a good game.
Yeah, I think I told you beforehand. I think he had a lot of brilliant moments, like in my opinion, like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 moments, and then he would have like an absolute blunder of a moment where I'm like, "What are you doing, lad?" And
Yeah.
and I for his standard, for what he's supposed to do, his role in the team, I thought he did very well today, and that Richarlison run to be there's a lot to be said on in that moment. Like Fredericks could have probably done a little bit better to stop him from making that run. Richarlison's run was pretty good, and then Dawson was incredibly out of position. He was like 10 yards up the pitch than where he needed to be trying to make a tackle. But Ryan Fredericks for who he is, his role and what he's supposed to provide, I thought he did pretty well today. I'd probably give him. I can't give him an 8. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to like hype up his performance, but I think a 7 is really fair.
I don't know.
It's tough.
I feel like I don't remember him. Listen, I remember one error that he's made. Yeah, and that's off the top of my head. But I remember all the stuff that he stopped. I remember more than what he done good than what he done bad.
And real quick, at the beginning of the match, when I forget who it was with, when he played that 1-2 down the flank where he nutmegged the guy. That was brilliant. Absolutely
yeah.
superb.
If I'm going to give him an 8, it's literally bang on the 8. Like it's not high. It's 8.000. I mean, half of one. Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 because I think he was all right. I think he was good today. I think he saved us at least 2 goals today. Like if you go back and watch it back, especially the Richarlison one in the second half.
It could be because again he is a bit spastic, erratic, but I mean he's not. He doesn't look like a traditional fundamental defender. He relies on his pace, which you either love him for it or hate him for it. And most of the time for us, it comes in clutch and being a track star. But yeah, 7 for me.
8 for me. Moving on to this man, Kirk Zuma. Standard performance, wasn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't do anything amazing. It's not at fault for the goal, in my opinion. Headers everything away. Do you know what I mean? Dealt with Calvin Lewin a few times when he got 1-on-1 with him. I think there was a chance in the second half. I think it was. Was it second half? No, it was first half. Sorry, ball comes down the side and he deals with that. Like instead of sliding in, like we used to have players who used to just slide in, and didn't think about it. He had to hold back and then come in. I thought Zuma was good today. It's a quick rating for me because I don't remember him doing anything like that says otherwise. So I'll give him, because we won, I'll give him a 7. Strong 7 for me. I thought he was decent. What about you, Lucas?
Yeah, I think maybe if he got, I think 7's incredibly fair. I'm going to give him a 7. He standard. I mean, he's so consistent. He's so good. And maybe if he got a few more, maybe if he got like a shot on goal with his head from a corner, which we didn't have that many corners today.
Nah, not really. I noticed that and all today.
If he maybe got 1 or 2 shots on goal with his head, I'd maybe give him an 8 because that's a bit dominant to be able to do that and obviously clear everything away with your head defensively. But I can't go 8. I think a 7's fair. Just Mr. Reliable.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. 7 all day long. Moving on to this man, which yet again is going to be a pretty short and sweet rating for me. I thought Dawson's like he just does. How can I put it with Dawson? He's just reliable, isn't he? That's the best way.
I think he just does the work that a modern day center half doesn't want to do, and that's what to me stands out. Like you see it in the game now. Defending is completely different than it was 10, 15 years ago. Like every center half is more ball playing. They're better passers. And to Dawson's credit, he was pinging some balls today. And again, you just need a defender like him that's just gonna like just get stuck in, dive in, and not be like incredibly fancy and want the ball most of the match and just ping it away. Like, you need a guy that's just going to focus on getting stuck in, winning
Yeah.
headers, putting in some tackles.
I just think he does the basics very good. I think what it is with Everton, they got good wide men who are fast, but then like Calvin Lewin is not fast. He's more like a target man, hold up man. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not one who's going to run in behind and.
He's a straight line. He's a straight line guy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's not going to do what Richarlison did to Fredericks. Like,
nah.
he's going to find a lane and he's going to try and get him behind. He's not going to swerve and cut and all that.
Yeah, I agree. I'll rate him a 7. I'll give him the same as Zuma. I think a 6 is too low because I think, let's be honest, the goal is none of their faults really. So yeah, 7 for me. What would you give him?
I think he might have, because he was pinging balls about today, I'd maybe give him a little bit of a higher rating than Zuma. Not an 8, but
yeah,
Zuma's like a solid 7. I'd probably, I'm gonna give Dawson a solid 7. I'm not gonna say a high 7 because, again, no shots on target from corners with their heads, so can't really justify giving one guy a higher rating than the other. But both solid 7s for me.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
When Dawson's pinging the ball around, he's a complete different player.
Mate, when Dawson's pinging balls about, mate, other teams better get started worried, mate, because we could turn a £2.2 million defender into like fucking Cannavaro, then we're laughing.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. Moving on to this man, God, what a goal! I'll tell you what, I've had a bit of a busy weekend. My girlfriend's birthday. I went up to Suffolk and I was watching it in a pub in Suffolk. And when we got the free kick and I see him stepping up and there was him inside Ben Rama, I said, "No, Benny, leave it alone. Let him take this." Yeah. And as soon as I see him lining it up, I thought, this is going to the top corner. It just reminded me of Manchester.
I heard?
What?
All I heard was,
Everton do know now.
I imagine that's how the conversation went.
I'll be honest. When he stepped up, he went straight in the top corner. I was like, yes, boy. I thought he was very, very good today. Well, I'm going to get all the positives out of the way first. And there's one negative that I'm not happy with him about. I think he defended pretty well. I think he when he was getting the ball up wide, he was crossing it in straight away instead of pouncing about and passing it, overpassing it. Today, he got the ball straight in the box. He was crossing balls in. I know that they was getting cleared, but at least they was getting crossed in. I think the goal was excellent. I think his celebration was excellent. The one negative I've got with him is what happened with Richarlison. Because if he goes and kicks him, yeah, and then he gets sent off, he's out for 3 games. And we ain't got a left back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Richarlison likes to play on things, but we're 2-1 up, right? It's the 92nd minute, and you go and do something stupid like that. And it was just, I looked at him and I just thought, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, it's like self-destruct mode, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll give him a high 7, just not an 8 for me, just on that basis of that. Yeah, I know it didn't amount to anything, but if it does, then we're knackered because we ain't got a left back. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, high 7, just not an 8 for me. Take it away, Lucas.
Yeah, I can't give him an 8. As good as the free kick was, it was an absolute wonder ball strike, world class free kick, but he did defend well today. But like I really feel like they didn't go down his side a lot today, in my opinion. I thought Everton was very like, I mean, let's be honest, Everton were pretty shit today, and I thought they attacked a lot through the middle. And if anything, they went down Ryan Fredericks' flank more, in my opinion. But Cresswell really didn't have to do a lot defensively today, but when he had to, he was solid. Free kick was world-class, obviously. I do like you said, I do like that when he was getting the ball on the flank, he was crossing him in immediately instead of pissing about, doing nothing, and waiting for, like, the perfect chance. But even so, the ideas are good. But his execution today, crosses weren't too great, in my opinion. He's still got to do a bit better for me. But, I
Yeah.
mean, again, all it takes is a world-class moment in a game to set yourself apart, and thankfully he did that. Like I said, I can't give him an 8, but a high 7 for the goal. And as much as I hate Richarlison, that moment where he kicked him in the chest clearly, but I think he was going for the ball and Richarlison moved it at the last second. But again,
Yeah.
the risk is not worth the reward as much as people hate Richarlison.
Exactly that, mate. And at the end of the day, if he goes and gets sent off, we're all looking at him and going, like, what the hell have you done that for? Like, you've just literally completed a perfect game there enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally agree. Moving on to this man, Thomas Souček. Another one today. He just, more I think about Thomas Souček, he was everywhere today. I'll give him his due. He was everywhere on the pitch. And he was holding the ball up. I remember I think it was in the second half when the game was coming to a close sort of thing, and he was trying to he was everywhere, like holding that ball up, and do you know what I mean?
He kept it simple passing today, which
yeah.
for me, that's when I think Souček's at his best.
Like, I don't remember Souček today having any attacking threat whatsoever, like none, and it just seemed like all our attackers were just like Fornells, Benny, Bowen, and Antonio. It was like the 4-2-3-1 system, but it wasn't a 4-2-3-1 system because.
And even when Noble came in and Souček started getting a bit more forward, still pretty. I wouldn't say ineffective, but he just didn't offer or do anything.
Yeah, I agree. I'll make this rating pretty quick because again, he didn't do a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? He was everywhere. He got stuck in. He tackled a few things, but he does that in every game. But he didn't show himself, sort of thing. I think honestly, I think he was a bit knackered today. It's funny, isn't it? That a few of the international players didn't really do it today. And I'll get onto a couple of others in a minute. And the ones who have had a week off or good rest, they're the ones who turned up today. I'm going to give Souček a 6. High 6, just not a 7 for me. I think he was okay, but I just think he was just okay. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing else I can say with that. What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, I think a solid 6. I mean, and sometimes that's all Souček needs to be is a solid 6, and just not give the ball away, not try to make passes that he really can't make unless he's having an absolute blinder of a day. If maybe if he pinged a couple cross the flank passes, got a shot on goal, maybe justifiable to give him a 7, but he stuck to the basics. He made passes that he can make, and it didn't cost the team. Solid 6. Didn't do anything to cost us today, but didn't really do anything to I don't want to say help us, but he didn't really make the difference.
That's it, mate. And what timing that there is right now, as I am joined by the one and only Mitchell, baby. How are you doing, son?
Good. Sorry, mate. I didn't realise you're starting. Peaky Blinders was on.
I said, how long was it on for? I thought it finished at 10.
20 past. No, 20 past 10.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'll do a rating for Souček from you, and then I'll quickly run through everyone. You just give me your ratings. Talk to me about Souček today, Mitch.
Pretty nothing really. Didn't really see too much of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, just really miss him. Probably our quietest player. I think he'd done all right aerially, won a few battles. No, 6. Yeah, I'd say 6.
That's exactly what me and Lucas said. Exactly what you've just said is exactly what me and Lucas were just saying before you come on. So it's a 6 all round for Souček. Right, I'm going to fire through these, Mitch, and you can just fire away, and then we can catch up.
Just quickly, just a disclaimer. I did miss a lot of the game today. So I know I was at the game, but I did miss a lot of it because I wasn't really focused.
Man of honor.
So I'm not going to have the greatest input today. So if I say things which
No,
I
that's
know
all
that you
right,
may not
mate.
agree with them. Fair play,
No,
because
no, that's all right, Mitch. You know me. Do you know what I mean? It's all cool, mate. It's all good. Just give me ratings out of 10. Stop, Fab.
I haven't seen anything back either. But from initial reaction, I think Fabianski could have done better for the
100%.
goal that he scored. I think he should have caught it
Mm.
or punched out further.
It was a deflection, by the way. If you didn't know.
Yeah, I heard it was a deflection. Yeah, off. It was off
Fornals.
Fornals, yeah.
Should Fornals have done better in that situation? Do you reckon or not?
I think Bowen could have closed out better from behind. I thought he was ball watching.
Mm.
Yeah.
Find me a rating out for Fab, mate. What do you reckon?
5 or 6. We done. So I'll give him. I don't know. Can I give Suchek a 6 if Fabianski? Yeah, fuck it. I'll give him a 6. 6, yeah.
6 out of 10. Let's go Cresswell. A goal.
Cresswell, my man match personally.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was that good today, if I'm being honest. I know he won, but it was an acceptable performance, in my opinion. But the free kick was world class. It was superb. I'll give him a. I thought he done alright as well in overall gameplay. Probably, I'd have to give him an 8 for the free kick. I'd have to give him an 8. Personally, yeah.
8 out of 10. Zuma.
Again, quite quiet today. Didn't really see him do too much great stuff defensively. Nothing really bad either. Nothing. 6. I'll give him a 6.
Well, me and Lucas said a 7 just because it was a win, but I agree with what you're saying. Dawson.
For me, I'd say personally, from what I saw, I'd probably say he was as good as Zuma today. Yeah, he defended fairly well. I can't really say too much more. Same as Zuma, like wasn't too bad. 6.
Please tell me you saw him ping that pass early in the match.
I did. To be fair, yeah, that was superb. That's creepy.
Whenever that lad pings a ball, the world needs to know.
Yeah, it's been, bringing that side to him out a bit more now recently, isn't he? Which is great.
Cool, yeah. David Boyd has turned him into like prime Cannavaro, but we moved.
Yeah.
Anyway, you give him a 6 out of 10, yeah?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
Yeah. And finally, this man, Ryan Fredericks. I thought he was top draw today, mate, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I'd probably say our second best player. He did make a few errors in the first half and wasn't as good. But from what I saw in the second half, I thought he was much better. Defended well. Yeah, just solid performance. Like, it's a tough one, 6 or 7, because I think it did have a poor first half. It did make up for it.
I don't understand that when people say, not the stuff against you, mate, because I've heard this on Twitter and all. I've had like debate. When they say he had a poor first half, he stopped us from conceding 2 goals today in the first half, from what I remember.
He did, but he made one of them situations himself, didn't he?
I understand that, but he still stopped it though, didn't he? If it goes in, then it's a different story. But like, he's retrieved the situation, isn't he? Sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know
I agree.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What would you give him, Mitch?
Purely because I actually personally really like him as a person. I'll give him a 7.
7 out of 10. I actually give him an 8, mate.
Like,
he would have been I thought he made one mistake.
I gave him a 7.
Yeah, Lucas gave him a 7. I gave him an 8 because the reason being is, from what I remember, the one mistake that he made was when he allowed Richarlison in and he had that sort of outside of the boot shot that was going in the top corner. He just went over the bar. Other than that, I can't really remember Fredericks really doing a lot wrong. Like, I remember what he done right. He cleared a few off the away. He stopped Richarlison scoring when he went round Fab. So yeah, I agree. I think he was decent today. And now we are up to date. Let's get back to it. Declan Rice. I don't know what to say on this one. He wasn't the same player today, mate. I thought passing was all over the gaff.
Yeah, his passing wasn't great, or was it? I think like 3 occasions I can pick out my head where he was a bit sloppy.
What would you rate him
Defensively, he
today,
wasn't.
Mitch? What do you go with him?
I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6, I think, because it, and it's not by Rice's standards. By Rice's standards, today he was poor, but overall, I would say it was average, like an average performance. Defended okay at times, but not his usual dominant presence like he used in midfield, and not his usual sharp self. So I'd have to give him a 6 for me.
It's an hard one with me with Rice. This is like when I've been doing these player ratings, right? I was thinking about it earlier on. Obviously, when I'm sort of organising it all, I'm thinking what my ratings are going to be. And when I look at Rice today, I wouldn't say it's one of his worst performances for West Ham, but he wasn't exactly superb. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tell a lie, he did do a couple of interceptions and he was there or thereabouts, but the passing today was just all over the place. I mean, like misplaced passing. It was like he was knackered. It felt like to me, like it felt like he was exhausted. Can I give him a 6? I'll tell you what, I'll give him a 7 because we have won. And it's just a 7 for me. Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, his passing wasn't vintage today, but the only 2 passes I can remember at the top of my head that I was like really baffled at was he made a world-class tackle when they counterattacked, and then as soon as he got the ball after tackling, he gave it away, and they got a shot on goal. And then it was the ball that Ben Rama played to him, and then Rice thought someone was going to be behind him, and he just tapped it back, and again almost cost us. But again, I thought he played some really good passes today, despite the fact that he played 2 or 3 mind-boggling passes where you're just like, what the hell? But again, I thought he had a world-class tackle and then gave the ball away. He carried the ball pretty well from what I saw, and I can't give him a 6. I think a 7. 7's fair.
I agree. I just think he just gets over the 7 for me. Moving on to this man, Pablo Fornals. Oh, mate, he frustrates the life out of me, this man. Honestly, he
This
does.
one will be fun.
Right. How can I put it with Pablo Fornals? Right. Take out that he loves West Ham, because we all love West Ham. Right, we'd all love to play for West Ham. Right, I get it. Yeah. But sometimes he just frustrates the shit out of me. Like he gets like Ben Rama does
average.
Right, Ben Rama puts a filth ball into him. Right, turns the player, puts a brilliant ball into him,
and Ryan Fredericks.
And he takes a touch.
The greatest of crosses, but it got to him.
It got to him, and it's just like. But don't get me wrong, the passing for the goal, the second goal, is a world-class pass. Like the weight of passing.
Easy. I don't know. I think expect to do that.
But it's Antonio's going into, and we all know he can't control a ball, Mitch. So, do you know what I mean? I think the ball into Antonio is perfect. I think if it's short, he's got to control it. He could lose it. If he overhits it, he's chasing it, and he might not get it. I think it's a perfect ball. But Fornals today, he works hard, but that's all I keep hearing is the work hard thing. But I just don't see anything else. I agree with you, Mitch. I really do. When you say about Pablo, I like him as a player. Right, I like what he brings, but should he be starting for West Ham? I don't believe he should be. I don't think he gives you that threat going forward, especially in a 4-2-3.
But I don't want to say it again.
I just don't like him playing on the wing.
It's not even playing the wing. I just think even central. I don't know. I just don't feel he does enough. I think he needs to do a bit more on the game. I think he's just so slow.
I just don't see how he influences a game. I tell you what.
If you're defending against him, you're like Fornals, easy. Like I've got no worry about him today. I'm not worried about him getting behind. I'm not worried about him picking up good passes. Do you know what I mean? He's a good player to play against, isn't he?
It's not a dig at him at all. But it's just like when I look at him, I just think I could probably name 5 or 6 players better than him in that position. Like if West Ham was to say take Pablo Fornals out and go and put Yuri Tielemans in there from Leicester, by all means. Do you know what I mean? But
Exactly,
can you see what I'm getting at? It's a different level. I'm going to give him today, for me, this is my rating. I'm going to give him a 7, right? The only reason why I'm going to give him a 7 is because of the pass. Yeah, and that is the truth. When I was watching him earlier, I was getting pissed off with him big time. Like some of the things he does. I'm like, well, all right, fair enough. Yeah, he's a trier. I remember a pass in the first half, and Cresswell passed the ball down the line to him. He just lets it go out for a throw-in. I was like, what are you doing? Right. But the pass into Antonio is a perfect pass. I know it's a mistake. He reads the mistake. The pass is first time. He doesn't take a touch. So I'm going to give him a 7. It's not a 6 because he's just. I think he was better than just okay, but he ain't an 8 because he's not. It wasn't an 8 performance for me. So 7 for me. Mitchell, take it away.
Fornals today, I thought average for me 6, quick and simple. Yeah, I've got a personal connection with Fornals because when he first signed for us, we played Southampton away in November, and he was really struggling for us at the start. All of it was getting lots of backlash. I was sitting just behind the goal, Southampton away, and he had a shot, and I think it was 1-1 at the time or 0-0 because he was definitely drawing, and he had a shot. The keeper saved it. And he tipped over the bar. It was a good strike from Fornals, and that was, before that point, I didn't see anything of him, but I liked the fact he was trying, and I thought this boy's still got some potential. He's young, and he put his face like that. I went, "Come on, Pablo!" And he looked at me and he smiled and stuck his thumb up at me. And then from that point, and I tweeted out at the time actually, and then he had a good little spell after that. And I always said to my mates that I was the reason for that. Obviously, I wasn't, but
and for him
I always
having
say
another
that. Always
kid.
joke that. Yeah. 6. Like, as much as I do like him.
So after that heartwarming story, you give him a 6. That's fair enough, bro. That's fair enough.
I'm a fair person, unfortunately.
That's it, mate. You know. Lucas, take it away, mate. Rating for Fornals, please.
I respect your rating, but I cannot give him a 7. The 6, I think he just didn't. He was like in between a ghost and just like, I thought he was kind of like in like Suchek today, just a ghost. Really didn't offer nothing besides his work rate, obviously, which we all appreciate. The pass.
But wouldn't you agree
though?
The pass is a good like. How can I put it?
Does that get you a 7? Like, does it get you an extra point for playing one good pass?
The pass was good, and the fact
it's won us the game, though, mate.
He did it first time.
It's won us the game.
Think I don't want to say it's a schoolboy pass, but like I expect a professional to make that pass.
Yeah.
It is good.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
I expect a professional to make that pass first time.
Yeah.
With me, I agree with what you guys were saying about him being in the lineup and like what he offers, and essentially, I think you both would agree. You think he's replaceable, correct?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, while I don't disagree that he is replaceable, I just do not think his qualities are meant to be on the wing, and we all know why he plays on the wing. It's to cover Cresswell. But another player we'll obviously talk about today. I think if he continues to show the work rate he has the past 2 matches, I think we could potentially see Fornals shift more centrally, and we can maybe have a flat 3 instead of whatever we were running. But I can't give a 7 today. I think 6 is fair. I still think Fornals is being played out of position, and he does so much better when he's central.
So it's a 6 for you, it's a 6 for Mitchell, and it's a 7 for me. Just a 7 for me, I might add. Moving on to this man, Saeed Ben Rama. The man's on Ramadan, remember now, people? Yeah, and he still puts in a decent performance today.
He plays better, actually.
Different form. Ramadan Ben Rama is different gravy.
That's right, mate.
Brighton last year was superb, wasn't he?
100%.
If he can't eat it, he'll be it.
That's it, mate. I'll tell you what, I'll start off with Lucas on this one. I'm going to leave me till last. And take it away, Lucas. Give me your thoughts on Saeed Ben Rama.
I can't lie to you. As we progress through this player ratings and we're giving all these players a ratings, I genuinely in my opinion, I think Ben Rama might have been our man of the match today. I know he didn't score, but I thought his defensive work rate was different class today. Like he dropped back further than I've ever seen him drop back before. This man was almost at our corner flag defending, and I thought he had some good runs, played some good passes, and he got stuck in defensively. I can't give him an 8 just because I don't think he was all that. But like when you see Ben Rama getting stuck in on defense like that, he's a complete different player. And like I said previously, I think the past 3 games he's played, he's shown a whole complete different defensive work rate. And if he can get stuck in like that, that gives us an endless world of possibilities playing like some people in the middle. And like I said, I think Fornals is way better playing in the middle. But Ben Rama, my heart wants to give him an 8, but like I still don't think we played that well today. I don't think I can give anyone an 8, so I'm going to give him I'm giving him a 7.999.
That's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. Mitchell, take it away, mate. Saeed Ben Rama.
Yeah,
and he had a couple good tackles today too. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I agree. He put some good tackles in today. Defensively, worked his socks off. Yeah, stop you. I mean, at times, as I think everyone was in this game, quite a bit. I did think he was great, but I think he was good. A decent performance from Ben Rama. For me, he was our best attacker. Yeah, probably just about. I'd give Ben Rama. I'd give him a 7. Yeah, so it's 7. Passing is superb as well.
He's just a different player when he's getting stuck in and just defending. It's like it just brings out a whole different like image 100%. Of the team, and it really pushes the boys forward.
I'm going to ask you a question, right? Is David Moyes turning Saeed Ben Rama into Jared Bowen from last season? There's a question for you. With the work rate, with the way he's tracking back, like, because let's be honest, Saeed Ben Rama, when he arrived at West Ham, he's not that type of player. He's not this sort of, and nor was Jared Bowen to a point. Jared Bowen was an inside forward at Hull. He used to score goals for fun at Hull. Jared Bowen he's up and down that flank, defensively very good, attacking excellent. And I think Saeed Ben Rama has been turned into a player exactly like that. For me, today, Benny gets a 7.5 out of 10. Like, there's no arse on this one, but I'm going to say it's a strong 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, I just remembered. Yeah. I think I would have given him an 8. Yeah. If his 2 shots on goal were a lot better. They were quite good, in my opinion. But if he made them work a little bit better, I think I may have pushed him to an 8.
Yeah. When I look at Benny today, I'm pleased how he's coming along because I know there's a talent. He's getting into the positions. He's defensively better, a lot better than he's been. The shots is a worry. I will say that when he's having shots and they're just weak, they're just half-hearted attempts.
His crosses were today as well.
The crosses, but the only thing I will say is when he gets that ball and he turns, how can I put it? I'd rather him have a shot than just try and go down the side and then do nothing and then check back. If there's a shot, he takes a deflection, it goes in. It's a goal, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you don't shoot, you don't score.
I can't show. Like shooting the Billy at Brentford was sublime.
I just think it might be confidence. It might be that he's just not told to do it and he just does it because he's in that moment. I don't know, but all I know is that he's slowly getting his confidence back.
I'll answer your question though, and then I'll let Mitch go. Obviously, I don't think he's turning him into another Jared Bowen. I just think maybe, again, everyone's human. Sometimes it takes time for things to click in people's head. Like Ben Rama has never been a grafter. We can all say that. But now maybe it's – and again, with Jared Bowen, it took time for it to click that, like, I'm going to get on the pitch more. I'm going to be more effective. All I have to do is run an extra 20 yards back.
But let's be honest here, though. If we go back to the start of the season – and we said about Bowen was missing chance after chance after chance. I know because I kept backing him on the betting, and he kept missing chance after chance after chance. And I will never forget when he missed a chance at Wolves. I never backed him again.
Was that
Jared Bowen?
Bowen?
Yeah, he missed a golden chance at Wolves away this season. We lost the game 1-0 with dire game. I went, right, I'm not backing this kid no more. Right. And ever since then, he's been banging goals with fun. So everyone, it's because of me. It ain't because of Danny. It's because of me. I'm not backing him. Yeah, 100%.
I would say though, I think for Benrahma, I think it might start to finally be clicking in his head. Maybe Moyes' defensive philosophy.
I think also Moyes has got to take a little bit of credit here because his stubbornness, Moyes' stubbornness about 5 weeks ago was terrible. Recently, he sorted himself out. It's like someone said to him, listen, like, you've got to stop this now because like this is affecting the team. And since then, he's been all right. We can talk all night about Benny, but yeah, 7.5, 7 and a 7 for Saheed Benrahma. Moving on. This man, Jared Bowen. I am so glad this boy is back. I cannot praise him enough. He's back in action and he's back at the right time. But today, I thought, take the goal away, he was not really there. Had a couple of shots, had a couple of one a free kick for the goal. I'll give him his due there. But other than that, he wasn't really about. But he hasn't got to be about, has he? Because he only has to take one chance now, and he seems like everything he touches goes in the back of the net. Do you know what I'm saying? Mitch, I'll let you go first in this one. What do you reckon?
I know he's a golden boy and our best attacker. He is, but I still will say that I don't think he's been that great for the last few months. Before his injury, I wasn't too impressed. I thought he was struggling quite a bit. All the attackers have been though, really. Obviously, we have been struggling to score goals and create chances in the last couple of months. The last few games, obviously, has been slightly better. Liverpool and Sevilla. But we're still struggling to break teams down, and that's even with Bowen in the team. It's great he's back, and hopefully he can get his match fitness up again because obviously he hasn't played. But today I wasn't impressed. I thought from what I saw, I thought it was pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. Ineffective, struggled to beat a man. Just didn't really do anything. Positioned himself well for the goal, and it was a decent finish, and it's right to be fair because the pressure and the fact that he's on his weaker foot. What we'll say is, look, everyone's got their own opinion. This is my opinion. This hasn't got anything to do with Bowen. It's just for the goal. So I just watched it just now. I don't like all the cameras out for the goal, all the phones out. Personally, that's just my opinion. I just don't like seeing. I don't like panning and all the players celebrating. There's all the phones out. I don't like that personally. That's just me. I wasn't too impressed. He scored a goal, but for me, he still gets a 6. It's still going to change my opinion. I'm giving him a 6. It's average.
Yeah, it's an hard one for me. That's an hard one. I agree partly what you're saying. Yeah, but he did score the winning goal. So it's like, listen, if he doesn't score the winning goal today, then I'm with you with a 6.
For me, he could even possibly get a 5. If he'd score when it was a draw, I'd be thinking at a 5 for Bowen because I don't think he was that good at all, personally.
I agree. He did win us the free kick, but I agree with. He did have a shot in the first half, which was straight at the goalkeeper. Really, it was an easy save. I can't give him a 6. I'll give him just a 7 for the goal. I think the goal is a good goal. He's won us the game. He's in the right place. He's not hanging about. He's on his bike. I can't not disagree with what you're saying because I think he was there, but he wasn't there. So I'll give him a 7. Just a 7 for me, just for the goal. Lucas, take it away.
Yeah, you both are bang on. Just a 7 for me. Won us a free kick for the Aaron Cresswell wonder goal. Again, work rate, just like Fornals, is never an issue with him. That's basically standard. And his work rate got him a goal today. There's no two ways about it. If
Mm.
some, I'm not going to say if that's any other player, but like there's a lot of players that are considered better that would not have been in that position to make that, because that counterattack happened quite fast. It wasn't like built up. It was off a mistake. And by the way, Alex Iwobi, I have to say this. Not only is he the worst footballer I've ever watched in my life, he is a worse purchase than Harry Maguire. 40 million pounds from Arsenal, worst piece of business maybe in Premier League history. But back to the scheduled program. I think Dele Alli
might be worse.
Yeah, true. And I know Irons is trying to get a reaction out of me. Bowen wasn't there, but Bowen was there, but he wasn't there. Yeah, but he was there for the goal, Irons. Do you know what I mean?
Back to the regular program. Like I said, some other players that are considered better might not be in position to score that goal because their work rate isn't as good.
Yeah.
But again, not. It's just a 7. He was a big ghost today, just like Fornals and Souček for me.
I think it's understandable though. Let's be honest, he hasn't played a game of football since Liverpool away when he got injured. And I was quite shocked to see him on the pitch.
I wasn't expecting much today. I think we were all just elated that he was in the lineup and
he was there,
he's healthy, and in important part he only played 70 minutes, which is nice. So hopefully he'll be freshened up, fully ready for Thursday. But just a 7 for me.
I agree, mate. I agree with what you're saying there. Moving on to this man, Mikel Antonio. This is going to be interesting.
Fun one.
Yeah, my chat's going to probably go through the roof in a minute. Right, where do I start? I thought he was good today. I'll give you the positives. I thought he was excellent. I thought he bullied their defenders. I thought he was a menace. I thought he'd done everything right. The only negative that I got with Antonio is he's just not scoring no goals. Now, that ball from Pablo goes into Antonio. He's 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. He should be putting that away. All right. Fair enough, he's hit the target, but it wasn't exactly like.
Real quick question: do you think which chance do you think was tougher, his first one or second one? I think the second one that led to the goal was a lot tougher than his first.
But even then, it's just like I look at him. Did you feel confident? Yeah, but did you feel confident when he was running through? Because I didn't. I'm looking at him. I'm going, come on.
I thought he was going to pick Bowen out personally.
I don't think Bowen was there.
Jared Bowen to be blitzing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he couldn't have. He might not have been there, but that's what I was expecting at that angle, that chance.
So it's just an hard one today with him. I think he played excellent. Was he man the match? I don't know. I don't think so, in my opinion.
Are there people saying that?
Well, Sky giving man the match, and this is the funniest thing ever. Right? Sky giving man the match and said he scored a goal today. Yeah. And they've done all the stats. They go, he scored a goal, he's got an assist, he's done this, he's done that, and it was none of the above. You think he got the assist, and that's it. Let's start off. Mitchell, give me a rating and your thoughts on Antonio, mate.
Look, obviously, I think maybe, as I said earlier, maybe a part of me being distracted might be down to the rating I'm about to give him. But I'm not going to be swayed by anyone else's views because I like to stick with my own thing. I'll give him a 6.
Go on, Mitch. Mitch. I'm not saying a word. Go on.
I thought his first touch was horrific.
Agreed.
And it infuriated me a lot. And he missed 2 big chances for me. And I know obviously the second one led to the goal, but he was lucky because that Bowen was there. I'm sorry, you're a striker, you've got to put at least one of them away. And he didn't.
Can you remind me quickly the first chance he had? Remember the second one? I'm struggling to remember.
So I'm on about if the second one's being obviously the one where Bowen scores it.
Yeah. What's the first one?
Sorry, I'm on about. Sorry, Benrahma one. Antonio is the second one. So the Benrahma one, where he passed it to him. Antonio takes every touch around the keeper and hits it to the side netting.
That's the one. Yeah, I know you're about now.
Either he could take a little dink over the keeper, or just a slight tap around the keeper, and then it's
Yeah.
it's a
Or a
goal.
pass.
Or a pass and he chose to hit into side netting. I thought it was so bad from him. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give him a 6. It may be harsh, but I'm not impressed. I wasn't impressed.
Me personally,
personally.
I don't think you're that far off. That's just my opinion.
He had some good bits, but for him to miss those 2 chances, for me, it's not good enough. It's only because we won. If we didn't win, if Everton outscored us today, we'd be looking at those chances saying he's fucking thrown it away from us.
I agree with you on that. One thing I will say, listen, it's your rating. Right, there's no hostility on this channel. Yeah, unless they want to have hostility brought to them. I understand what you're saying. Right, I get it. Yeah, the chances that he's missed today. Let's be honest here. If we end up drawing the game or losing the game, people will be on Twitter tonight going berserk here. Oh, has he missed this chance? Has he done that? Because we've won, it papers over the cracks. For me, I don't think he's a 6. I don't think it was a bang average performance. I think he did ruin their defenders. Like Michael Keane, mate, he ended up getting sent off in the end because he was just getting outdone.
Incredible how he used to be a decent prospect like 4 years ago. I thought he was going to be like pretty solid, but my God, what has he turned into?
I'll give Antonio, for me, a high 7, just not an 8 for me. I don't think he warrants a 6, but I don't think it's an 8. Do you know what I mean? I'll give him a high 7. It's just because I think he worked hard. He got stuck in, but I think we all know his touch is horrendous. His first touch is absolutely awful, and that's why when balls are coming into him, then it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Lucas, take it away, man.
Where do I start? First, he did. I think Michael Keane, Godfrey, Holgate, John Joe Kenny. I think they're going to have nightmares of this guy for the rest of the season until next preseason because he absolutely tore them a new one in every facet. That one, I can't remember who was marking him, but that one time Antonio got the ball, touched it with his head, and got past. I think it was Kenny. It had to have been Kenny. I think that was class.
He done very well.
That was a good bit. That was a good bit. He calls him havoc. His touch, we all know, he's got the touch of a boulder. His 2 shots, I don't even necessarily think he should have scored them. He just has to do better. It's got to be better. Because the one with Pickford, I think he could have maybe tried a cheeky little chip. But what happened, I didn't think that was good enough. And then the Ben Rama one, that's at least got to be on goal. Bare minimum.
I agree.
I can't. Are there people like actually giving him man of the match?
Daya, if you're on a wind up, mate, we've had one too many Scotches, bruv. If I feed the ball to Antonio, mate, it goes into Rose Ed, 100%. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't. But I just want to say this. Quickly, Lucas. Yeah, to anyone with Antonio, he hasn't scored a goal for West Ham since Southampton in the FA Cup. He hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League since Crystal Palace, which was on New Year's Day. So let's get that into perspective right now. Like, nothing against anyone else. Yeah, he hasn't scored a goal. Right, he's our striker, and we've got to rely on our left back, our central defenders to score goals. If he doesn't score another goal this season, has he had a good season for you? For me, he's been okay. So
he's got to get to 10 goals for me to have a good season. But I'll give him a solid 7 because, like I said, those Everton defenders are going to have absolute nightmares of him. But per usual, his touch most of the time lets him down. And like I said, I don't think he has to score those 2 chances he had. He just has to do so much better than that. So much better. But solid 7.
100%, mate. 100%. Like, at the end of the day, I'll just quickly do this before I move on. With Antonio, does wonderful things. but he's our striker, and he hasn't scored since, like, in the Premier League. He hasn't scored since New Year's Day, which is now 4 months ago. Do you know what I mean?
Just someone needs to play the ball in front of him. Sorry, I think he's in a wind-up. He got played in front of him twice today.
Yeah. And the one time he did get the ball played in front of him, he goes straight into Pickford. But we move on. Let's get to this man, the legend of the game.
Pickford, real quick. He was fucking pinging him today.
Yeah, I know, mate. Listen, I just want to quickly give a shout out to this man, Mark Noble. Yeah, because I see people criticising Mark Noble on my afterthought earlier. I was like, what? He wasn't that bad. Was Noble that bad to use when he come on? I thought he was okay. Like, he was okay. Do you know what I mean?
I thought he gave the ball away a bunch of times, like 4 or 5 times.
Did he?
But
I didn't really see, to be honest.
Yeah, it was like really like. I'll tell you what, I won't even bother giving a rating for the subs because it was Yarmolenko on for about 5 minutes and Mark Noble gets a 10 because he's a legend of the game. He's retiring this year, and that's all I've got to say about that.
I can agree.
Moving on to this man, the ref. I thought there was a couple of fouls that he let go today for us. I'm going to say it for us. Like, I think Dawson, right? I actually backed Dawson today to get booked. And he goes straight through Richarlison. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, all right, he's going to get booked now. And the referee goes, no. I'm like, you bastard.
Yeah, that was bananas.
Yeah, but I think he got everything right.
Absolutely cleaned him out.
Yeah, I think he got everything right today. I really do. I think he got.
I might have to bump Dawson's rating up to an 8 because of that Holgate dive, and then he looked back and clapped at him. Gave him a round of applause.
Yeah,
I'm changing my rating to a Dawson 8.
That was quite funny, I must admit. Do you know what I mean? But I'll give a quick rating for this. I think he was good, Michael Oliver, today. He sent off Michael Keane, didn't even think twice, made sure he went, booked the right players. We're lucky with Cresswell, let's be honest. If Cresswell would have connected with that, that's a red card. And what's Cresswell doing? I blame Cresswell more than the ref. I'll give the ref an 8 today for me. I thought he was all right. I thought he'd done everything right, and yeah, let the game flow.
It depends how you want to rate him. Do you want to rate it for us, or do you want to rate it for the game?
I think for us, I think he was okay. Like, he could have booked a couple of our players, but
yes, he was good. But for the game, I think it was terrible. Really.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just one of them, really, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Just one of them. But you know, we move. I have not drunk any alcohol whatsoever, son. Do you know what I mean? I don't do that sort of stuff. You should know me. Moving on. Did you give a rating for him, Lucas, for the ref?
No.
Give me a rating.
But, for the game overall, I don't like to be biased with the referee rating. I'll give him a 6 because I did think Dawson tackles quite lucky to not get a yellow. He was very quick with his decisions today, which I like a lot. I hate when fucking refs pander and fucking just make everything so dramatic. Like, just give the fucking booking and move on. And I don't think Cresswell should have gotten a red based off of what Richarlison did. Because, I mean, if we're going by the book, simulation, handball, he's going to kick it. So, I mean, I think 6 for all parties all around is fair.
Fair enough.
For West Ham, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, 100%. Moving on to this man. Final rating of the evening. You did give him a rating, Mitch.
No, I didn't know.
Mitch, are you winding me up or what? Go on, give me a rating for him. I swear you give me a rating.
6 out of 10 for me.
You said a 6 to me. I swear you did. You went, I'll give him a 6. Mitch, there's not winding me up, mate.
I'd give I didn't. I don't think I did. I'd give the final episode of Peaky Blinders a 9 out of 10.
Don't tell me about it, Mitch. Well,
No, I'm saying that's something else.
I haven't watched it yet, Mitch. I just haven't watched
Me
it.
neither.
So,
It's
yeah.
not going to come out. It's not going to come out on Netflix in the US for probably like another 6 months. So please don't say shit.
Bad times for you, Lucas. But good times for this man, David Moyes. I thought today, he's this stubbornness thing is starting to stop for him now. Let me start off with Lucas. What do you think of Moyes today, mate?
2-1 against Everton, and really, it could have been 2-0 or 1. It probably could have been 2-0, 1-0 because that deflection was quite fucking shambolic. It was lucky, but again, you take them where you get them, right?
Yo.
I think I want to give Moyes an 8 because I did think it might have been a little risky to start Bowen today.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give him an 8 because he didn't have to start Bowen, and it could have been a risk. Bless you, by the way. I'm gonna give him an 8 because starting Bowen could have been a risk. It paid off, and it seems to be that he's gotten a defensive work rate stuck into Ben Rama, and may it long continue.
Do you know what, mate? I'm actually with you on that. Of what you just said, 100%. I thought Moyes got it back absolutely spot on today. Let's be honest. Ryan Fredericks in the team. Everyone, I don't care who it is, would have looked at that team.
Do any of you
said,
know about the Johnson?
Why is Ryan
today?
No idea.
No idea.
Lanzini's injured. Right, he's probably out because of what happened with his car accident.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson.
He was out because he got a yellow card last match. Accumulation.
It might even be that. That's for Thursday, and all.
I thought it was for Leon.
Yeah, it's for Leon, but I think he was injured today.
It's only one game ban. I swear.
Yeah. So for me, Moyes today. Like, let's be honest, anyone who looks at that team sheet today will see Ryan Fredericks in it would have won. Why is Ryan Fredericks playing today? And let's be honest, he had a good game today. So you've got to give him some credit there.
And in all fairness, probably slightly better than what Johnson's been recently. I don't think Johnson's been all that. Going forward, I think Johnson's been really shit recently when he's played. Fucking hell, I feel negative.
I agree. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm going to give him an 8. I think an 8 is about. I think he done everything top drawer today. I really do mean that. Mitchell, final rating for you, mate, for Moyes today.
I'll give an 8. An 8. Yeah, I think he's all spot on. I think there's nothing else he could have really done today. I think him not being on Vlasic. I think in the game where we did struggle for creativity.
I would have brought him on for Antonio personally.
Yeah, so would I.
Towards the end,
100%. Yeah, I did think Fredericks had a good game. Yeah, I do.
I don't understand that. Listen. Like, people might laugh. Yeah, he stops Richarlison. Right, goes round Fab. He's about to score, and he comes round and saves the day. How can you tell me that is not good? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He did do a couple of bad problems, but I still think
I think his good outweighed the horrific.
Well, I can name more what he done good than what he done bad.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. I don't get it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's Ryan Fredericks. Listen, do I want Ryan Fredericks here for the rest of the season? Well, I'm going to have put up with him for the rest of the season. Do I want him here next season? No, not at all.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That's how it is.
Hell, James.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I mean? Right, and that is it. That's the player ratings done for Everton today. West Ham 2, Everton 1. Let's talk about Leon now. Let's get excited. Let's think about what is going to happen on Thursday night. And in a big game, Mitch, I take it you are going.
Yeah, I'm going, yeah.
You are going this time. That's good news.
So,
you know what I mean?
For you.
And
you have to get sorted this time. Thank fuck.
What do you think on Thursday, mate? Because it is massive game.
I'm confident. I think the occasion Even though we didn't play great today, I still think it wasn't really too much of a big game. I know we still had to win because Wolves obviously picked up points, United dropped points, so it's one of those ones where we have to kind of give Man United a little knock on the back and say we're still here, we're still in for the fight, and not let Wolves jump above us. So big 3 points today, and I think we'll raise our game for Lyon. I think it'll be much better than it was today. I'm confident. I can see like a 1-0 win. 1-0
Do you think let me ask you this, right? Because I got asked this the other day, funny enough. Someone said to me, what do you reckon of the Lyon game? I feel West Ham need to score 2 goals at home to have any chance of getting through. I think a 1-0 win at home is just not enough. I think we need to win the game of a 2-0, 3-1 or more, to make sure that we're going to go through. Because I think Lyon, they're a home side. Away from home, you just don't know what you're going to get. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got good players, but so have we. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I'm more confident about this game than I was the Seville game, if I'm honest. I thought the Seville game, I thought we was up against a team who was like serial winners of this. And when you look at Seville's...
Same West Ham. The games you're more confident for, we struggle. And the games we're less confident for, we always pick out results, don't we?
What about you, Lucas? What do you think about Thursday?
Nervous, of course.
Yeah.
Nervous. Probably going to throw up a few times before the match starts and at halftime, depending on how things go. I am optimistic. I don't want to say confident, but I think this is a good matchup of styles. That Lyon scored the most in Europa, or no? Yeah, they scored the most. We've conceded the least amount. I think as long as we let them come on to us and we counterattack off them, I think we could really do the business. Especially at home, I really do, because again, even today, we did not play well when we dominated possession. I hate when we dominate possession. We're shit. But I think
we had more possession against Sevilla, though, didn't we? I still think we played very well then.
Yeah, but do you know what though? I will say this before I let it continue.
The second leg we did.
Yeah. The second leg, I thought Seville just set up to defend the whole 90 minutes. I don't see Lyon doing that. Do you know what I mean? I can see Lyon attacking us. Do you know what I'm saying? What else do you think, Lucas, on this? Well, give me a prediction for Thursday. What you think?
I'm going to go, because it's at home, and home is where you got to score the goals. I think because of our contrast of styles, and I think we play at our best when I don't want to say park the bus, but we get compact, we get stuck in, and we counter. That's when we're at our best. And Lyon are shit away from home, from what I've been hearing. I think we can do 3-1. I really do. 3-1, because I think they're going to feel the pressure that they're not at home. They're going to feel the pressure. They've got to get a goal. And I think if we score the first goal,
sheet, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if we score the first goal, I think that may panic them, and the floodgates maybe could possibly open. I agree. We got to score 2. So we either got to go for a clean sheet or 2-1.
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict 3-1.
Do you know what? I agree with everything you just said, mate. What do you reckon on Thursday, Mitch? How do you see it going?
Yeah, I reckon 2-0. No, actually, no. I think 1-0. Actually, I think 1-0. I said 1-0 today. I think it'll be. I thought, even though our shit Everton are, I still thought. I still thought it'll be like a 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, because I wasn't mega confident, knowing that Everton have always been a bit of a bogey team for us, and they've still got some individual good players.
We've done the double, finally.
We have done. Fuck, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's very good. Considering Everton's, we've always struggled. The bad times against Everton for me is always remembering us playing against Lukaku. That was the bad times. 16, 17 season, I think.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, exactly. What changes would you boys make? I saw it come up earlier.
For me, I think we have to score at least 2 goals on Thursday. That's the first thing. What changes would I make? Well, Areola comes in straight away. I think Cresswell, Dawson, Zuma. I think the right back is a problem. I think, do you go with Fredericks today after him having a good game? Do you bring Kufal in? Who's...
You know what I do? I would say if I was Moyes, if I was the manager, I would start. God, that is fucking tough. But
It's a situation.
What I would do,
it's difficult
because we need to score. We're at home. We've got to score goals. What I would do, I would start Sufal if he's fully fit, which I expect from the news. He was on the bench, and he's going to have another couple days rest. I would start him, and say if we're 1-0, 2-0 up at halftime, or like 55, 60th minute, I'd bring on Ben Johnson.
Lucas,
I
that's
think
a superb shot. That's superb.
I think this is a perfect game for Cafaldo.
Yeah.
Like he's known for international, international football. He knows
And he could really turn his season. He could really turn his season around.
Yeah, I listen. I honestly do. Do you know what I mean? I think I don't like to say it, yeah, because like with news and everything. But I will fucking say it because this is my channel. I say whatever I like.
Jesus.
Ben Johnson doesn't want to be at West Ham. And that is a fact. Yeah, I do, mate. Because he's sodding about this contract. And let's be honest, he's been forced into signing that contract for another 2 years. If it just doesn't make no sense, Mitch. Like the man is playing for West Ham. West Ham have offered him a 5-year deal, and he's knocking it back because he's looking at the bigger picture. He's looking at Arsenal. He's looking at other clubs.
Yeah, but Sufal knocked back a contract. At the start of the season, until he signed.
But Sufal wasn't forced into signing a new contract, though, was he? That's the difference. Like Ben Johnson's been forced into signing this 2-year extension because it was in his old contract to say that West Ham will have the option. And I just don't think Ben wants to be here. It's like an Ngakia situation all over again. It's either West Ham don't want to pay the money, or Ben just doesn't want to be here.
I mean, we could easily say this. This may sound crazy, but I mean, you could say the same for Declan Rice. Personally, he hasn't signed 2 or 3 new contracts that we've offered. Supposedly, we don't know the concrete facts.
I don't worry. Don't worry,
I'm
Mitch.
just saying.
I'm clocking the comments.
Contractual situation. Obviously not the player.
It's not waffle, as the day's banter, right, puts it. It's fact. Because Ben Johnson, his contract was kind of come to an end, and he's had a 2-year extension.
I think it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I agree with Lucas. I think he's too early to tell.
We will see.
Just like the whole signing a new contract thing. Like we never know. Like we never know if like it's more the player or the club that are bullshitting around. But like
exactly
again,
that, mate.
Like I think it's too early to tell.
But on Thursday, I'd have Kafal in. You pick Souček and Rice as your 2. I think Pablo's got to play because there's no Lanzini. And then you got Ben Rama, Bowen, and Antonio up front. I think the team picks itself really because we ain't got no one else. Do you know what I mean?
Are you still laughing at my comment?
No, he's like comments in the comment section, mate.
He's just the comment.
I think someone's cloned the day's banter because the old day I used to talk a lot of sense, and that day I was talking a lot of bollocks. So yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
I thought Mitch was laughing at my my track comparison with Rice.
Nah, not at all, mate.
And I was like that's fair.
Not at all. Listen, so you boys are confident for Thursday, right?
I think
I have
what
faith,
Lucas said is bang on.
Confidence, faith.
About
I'll be doing a couple prayers before bed.
Thing is, though, I know what you're saying about Sufal playing, but would it be better going the other way round? Ben Johnson for about 70 minutes and bring Cathal on for the last
No, because
30
I think
or 20.
we need to
we need
come out the
goals.
blocks. We do, and look, I think
His crossing's been shit for a while.
Yeah, Soufal ain't the greatest going forward, but he's better than Fredericks and Johnson going forward.
Yeah,
and I think
puts in a better
we're at
cross.
home. We are probably a better team this season than Lyon. Overall, it's probably 50-50, but this season we have been a better team than them. They're struggling in the league as well. Apparently, I think. I hope I'm not talking bollocks, but from what I've seen, they're struggling. And I think, I think probably we do have a better
And
team.
they're going to be
paper.
all in. They're going to be all in on Thursday.
Exactly. And we need to go for it. We do need to go for it. You know, this is the quarterfinals. This is a massive stage competition. We show some bollocks. We play exactly how we did against Sevilla in the second leg and take it to them at home. And hopefully we do. And for me, I think the best way to do that is starting with Soufal. I think Lucas, what he said about starting Soufal, maybe nicking a goal or two, and then seeing how the game pans out. Because there's no need to take Soufal off if they're really struggling down that left side and their left wing is really struggling. Then we could keep Soufal on. But if you were one goal up, then they changed it up. They brought a new player on the left side, and they were causing us problems. Then maybe bring Johnson on to offer probably a bit more stability, because Johnson offers a lot more composure, stability, defensive awareness for me than Soufal. Soufal's a bit erratic sometimes, especially this season. So that's what I would do. I know Abio's got to come in.
Those
and for
Balkan
me,
bastards are crazy, aren't they?
If Fabio has a good game Thursday, for me, he could become our new number one for the Premier League permanently.
He should be our number one, mate.
Yeah, he should be. But I think this could be the flip point, because Fabianski had a poor game today. Fabianski wasn't great, wasn't fantastic against Spurs. Ariola was great against Sevilla. If he's great against Lyon, then for me, without a doubt, he plays next week.
100% agree, mate. 100% agree. For me, just to wrap it up, Lyon is massive, mate. I think if we beat Lyon over 2 legs and we get to the semi-final, I think our season change. I think the Premier League takes a backward step and it's all on the Europa League for me. All right, I think this is a big. The next 2 weeks are massive.
We've been in an awkward stage. We've been in an awkward stage with the Premier League and then this, because, I mean, obviously the Premier League shit changes every single week. So
that's it.
But I do agree. If we beat them over 2 legs, I think we should go all in Europa League.
I agree. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. It's been entertaining. I've had good comments in the comments section. I've got people saying about Benny Johnson. Mate, I'm telling you right now, Ben Johnson don't want to be here. All right, right, and I will say it openly. Let's be honest, Mitch. Right, and me and Mitch have had a good discussion about this. Yeah, is Ben Johnson? Is he our best right back at the club right now?
I'd say Soufal is still the best. Just.
Yeah.
Do you
know what I mean? So he ain't going to play. And when I look at Ashby, and I like Ashby, I think Ashby's a very, very good player. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel it from him, mate. Like, I think if you really wanted to sign a deal, you just sign the blooming thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because you want to play for West Ham, but I think he's looking at seeing what Deck's doing, what everyone else is doing. Do you know what I mean? And what's
basically fair, I think.
If you're right about what you said, and I know Scott's joking about Johnson off to Arsenal, but if you're right and Johnson did want to fuck off to Arsenal, you know what? He can go, because I don't want players like him that don't really want to be here. I still think it's too early to tell.
I really don't want a Jeremy Nagakia situation again, because look how that turned out.
Well, the best way of summing it up, right, before we wrap it up,
when it goes on.
Right, the best way of summing it up before we wrap up is this. Yeah, if he hasn't got to do that 2-year trigger in his contract, that West Ham can extend his contract for another 2 years, would he be signing the contract right now? The answer to that is no, because he would have signed it already. Like, listen, West Ham are offering probably decent money, mate. Trust me. Right, they know he's one of the boys in the team. He knows Moyes likes him as a player. He's young. He's going to get better. And I just don't see it myself. I really, really don't. And I just feel that there's something more to it on that. And listen, I've heard it about Lingard. I was right about Lingard was never going to come. That's why I backed Ben Rama at 40-1.
We'll
I'm
see next
right
season,
about
James, about that.
And I can't say it took 18 months to get him here, innit? I mean, let's be honest. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? But it is
You
what
better
it
be
is.
fresh.
Anyway, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking will be.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, I want to wrap it up there. Mitchell, thanks for coming on, mate. Good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you two in ages, mate. It just feels like it's been an eternity with the international break and everything.
It's like family, innit? It's like I love
Yeah.
you. I love you both.
Well,
Beautiful man.
Well, I'll spud you. That's about it. Do you know what I'm saying? But we move.
Well, me and Lucas had a little kiss last time, didn't we? Whichever way it was.
Exactly that. Lucas, thanks for coming on tonight, mate. I know you're all the way in Texas, mate. So, and you drove 24 hours. That is
In 2
some
days.
going. In 2 days.
Yeah,
that is some
fuck
going,
me.
mate. That's how big America is, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And I want to thank everyone in the chat also. Please smash a like on the video. Please do
If
subscribe.
I don't come
to the
back with
chat.
a tan, I'm gonna be fucking furious.
Mate, you'll come back like orange or something.
I'll literally look like a piece of Texas toast, if you know what that is.
I definitely do.
I don't.
I do, mate. I know exactly what you mean. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Thursday night, massive game for the whole club, every fan who supports the club, and everything. It's time to deliver West Ham, and Thursday's the moment where I think they can. And if West Ham turn up, and let's be honest, West Ham haven't been amazingly good this year in games. They've won games, but they haven't been like they was last year with the Lingard factor. They need a Lingard factor performance against Lyon. If they do, we're in the semi-final, 100%. And I'll be back. So yeah, please do subscribe, please do like, do all that stuff. Thanks
Hit the
a lot.
notification bell too.
And
Yeah.
I always forget that, Lucas. I must admit, I always do, bro. I'm saying, but I will remember that at some point. And hit the bell icon also. That also goes a long way. Anyway, bye for now. Take care. Come on, you Irons. Great win. We move.
Later.